And another game in the 101 series. I'm playing Harley this time. Should be a fun game. And the reason why I chose to play Harley is because I think that he's one of the easier heroes to master, while he's still very useful in the higher ranks as well. So if you master him, you can use him to play for fun, or you can also try and use him in the higher ranks. So Harley has a very high damage potential. He bursts enemies so really fast, and that really depends on how you play in the early game. Because you want to get your items fast, you want to get your levels fast, and you can roam really fast because you have your second skill.
Don't touch the hair.
So to start the game, you just want to focus on farming and getting your levels. So as soon as you get to level 4, you can start helping your teammates in the other lanes. And you can also get kills. So for the early stage, you just want to clear your lanes and clear your jungles. And avoid dying. So what you have to pay attention with playing Harley is your positioning of the first skill, because once you let go of your first skill, you can't really change its direction. So you should practice moving your character, moving Harley himself.
Hey, don't touch the hair.
Initiate retreat.
Only one as handsome as I is worthy of such beautiful magic.
We're trying to bait Alucard. Which we did. He's really bad and he's really mad. That's a good start for us. And now we get level 4 and we can start roaming to our other lanes. We can't kill this early in the game because our our first skill isn't as painful as it would be. But we can still help our teammates kill, because we can still do some significant damage using our ultimate and first skill combo. Alucard is probably gonna die again.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah.
Hey, don't touch the hair.
We didn't even need to do that, but I lagged, so I thought he wouldn't have died there, but he did.
Only one as handsome as I is worthy of such beautiful magic.
She's gonna die.
You have slain an enemy has been slain.
So we're off to a really good start here. So what we want to focus on doing now is just make sure that our enemies don't recover from this. He's dead. So that's the combo of Harley. Use your second skill, use your ultimate, and use your first skill. And try to get in most of those cards while your ultimate is active. And the enemy is gonna burst. And because I picked this subset of the emblem, we're gonna burn him after our ultimate pops, and that's gonna ensure that we get the kill.
I have special attack techniques.
We can kill him now.
Mega kill.
So that's the power of Harley. He can dive in towers really well because once you are done using your first skill and ultimate, you can just press your second skill second time and get out without sustaining too much damage.
Enemy has been slain.
We're out of mana, so we probably want to recover first. Aldous is not gonna come.
Request backup.
Oh, he's gonna come. What? He's dead.
Team destroyed an
That's
enemy
not a
has
good
been
move.
slain.
We're out of mana. We still got him.
Spree.
Good stuff. Alright, we're gonna get our mana recovered.
Being had
Killing spree.
This is a pretty easy game. The enemy hasn't even killed any of us yet.
is worthy of such beautiful magic.
But at least you'll know how to play Harley effectively using his ultimate and first skill.
Your team destroyed a turret.
So at this point, when you have your first item ready, you can kill most of your enemies with just one combo like this. Because your ultimate is now pretty powerful because of your first skill. With more damage you put in with your first skill, the pop of your ultimate is gonna hurt more. So that's how you skill your skills. You should focus on maximizing your ultimate, your first skill, and then your second skill.
Only one as handsome as I is worthy of such beautiful magic.
Shut down.
Okay, that's embarrassing. Anyway, Harley is one of those heroes who doesn't really need a buff, but would be nice to have it,
Ally has been slain.
because he will have his cooldown lower, and so you can spam your ultimate and first skill. But if you don't have a buff, you'll still be able to do what you do best. But it's just gonna be less frequent, that's all.
Killing spree.
I have special attack techniques.
Let's clear this so the buff can respawn.
You're still a long way.
So looking at the state of the game right now, 7 minutes in, we have got 2 turrets down, and we are 14 kills ahead of the enemy team. So in general, we are way ahead of the game, and we can get kills very easily, and
You have
Zask is very lucky and powerful with that ultimate, by the way. But he's still gonna die. Or not.
an ally has
Whatever.
been slain.
Okay,
Trouble resurrecting soon. Mega kill.
he died now, but Hayabusa is gonna die as well.
Enemy double.
Okay, so Terizla and Moskov is very powerful. Together. Or even separate. So we're still gonna win, because they're still here. What we want to do now is just to make sure the enemy don't get too much farm and recover in the game. So we might want to focus on killing them.
Double kill.
Especially with Harley,
Your team destroyed
his specialty is
a
in
turret.
ganking,
An enemy has
right?
been
So
slain.
that's what you want to do all the time once you enter the mid game. So every time you have your skills on cooldown, you would just want to clear your jungles or your lanes, and once you have your ultimate back up, that's the time when you should transition into where the enemies are. And also, don't be afraid to use your second skill to move around the map. It helps a lot. We're not gonna kill him because he's gonna pop his ultimate, but at least he wasted it.
You can't hide from my attack.
Our
He
turret has
hurts.
been destroyed. Legendary.
And he's gonna die now as a result.
You have slain an
And we get a
enemy.
kill. That's good.
Double kill. An ally has been
And we should be
slain.
able to kill Aldous as well.
Only one as handsome.
Killing spree.
Natalia's around here, so it's a bit dangerous for us to be here, but we can probably rat her out. Or not, we're lagging.
You're still a long way from beating me.
She's in a mid, so we're safe.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Only one as handsome as I is worthy of such
He's pretty deep,
magic.
Mega kill.
and he still manages to kill. That's how powerful Trizla is.
Legendary.
Okay, this turned out to be a pretty easy game.
Double kill.
Again.
Shut down. Mega kill.
I thought Trizla was gonna live. He's that tanky. He's probably gonna get nerfed in the next patch. So we'll see.
Legendary.
Hey, don't touch the hair. Ha!
Your team destroyed a turret.
You can't hide from my attacks. Ha!
So, because this was an easy game, we can move around the map so freely, and we can kill anybody that we see. But in case it's not as easy as this game, oh, that was a nice shot by Moskov. So in case it wasn't this easy, you're probably gonna be having a harder time trying to kill enemies in one shot. So what you want to do is team up with your team and gank together. So you shouldn't try too much to kill the enemies solo.
Legendary.
But because we have such a good lead, we should always go for solo kills because we can, like this.
Only one as handsome as I is worthy of such beautiful.
Unstoppable.
See? That escape is really powerful. That's what makes him so good and annoying. If it didn't have the second skill escape, we wouldn't be this powerful, and we're not gonna be able to gank enemies more easily.
Monster kill. Wiped out. Your team destroyed a turret.
I'm the best at being handsome.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, look. She still died to that even when she's in a fountain.
You can't hide from my attacks.
So now it's just a game
An
of
ally
killing.
has been slain. Legendary. Double kill.
Hey. Ha. Hey, don't touch the hair.
See, one of Harley's problem is also his mana. He spends a lot of mana when he doesn't have a buff. So as much as you can, get a buff, but if you have teammates who have priority, don't try and steal their buff. Try and steal the enemy's buff.
Bring on the magic feast.
So by this time, anyone who shows their faces within Harley's range is gonna die.
An enemy has
Even
been
more
slain.
so when you are with your teammates. I need to fix
Your
this
team
lag.
destroyed a turret.
It's crazy.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Legendary. Double kill. Triple kill.
Alright, so that was an easy game. There wasn't much to see, unfortunately, but you would have gotten the idea of how to play Harley. So in the next game, I would hope that we would face harder challenges, so we can talk a lot more about how to play the game. But I hope you enjoyed that video. Tell me what you think. Let me know what you want to see in the next one. And until then, have fun. Alright, bye.